Welcome to the United States Green Party map. At first, people think this is just a map of the United States Green Party, but by the end of this 8-minute video, you'll understand that it's an object-oriented data model which supports multiple applications. So yes, it is a map. You can hover over the different local parties. You can hover over the candidates. You can hover over the state parties and click into all of these. We're looking at the national page, so that's Green Party. So if you click on the Twitter or the Facebook icon, that'll take you to the national party. So let's drill into it. It's organized as a tree. Let's drill into this tree. Here we have the Green Party of California. Instead of a banner, they've chosen to display all of their candidates. These are all local candidates. None of them are running for governor or Senate. And here we are in California, so the Twitter and Facebook are for the Green Party of California. And we can drill further down into this. Here we have San Jose. Here we have Santa Clara, and there's Jake Tonkel. You see there's only one green candidate in the Santa Clara area, so let's click into it. And here we actually see 4 photographs. Well, these are on the local pages. On the county pages, you can see only the candidates you can vote for. So in California, we showed all the California candidates. Here, we're just showing the ones you can vote for. So you can vote for Howie Hawkins for president, Angela Walker for vice president. Jake Tonkel is running for city council in San Jose, so you can vote for him. And here we have Gomez. She's actually a Democrat, but she's a very progressive Democrat, and she's endorsed Jake Tonkel, and he's endorsed her, and they've actually been distributing literature together. So, very much on the same side. And so we don't show the Democrats on the national pages, we don't show them on the state pages, but on the local pages, you can show the Democrats. And so in fact, down here, you can see the list of candidates that you can vote for in this state. And so this application gives the Green Party the ability to create endorsed voting lists for every county in the United States. A very powerful application. Okay, so let's drill deeper into it. Let's drill into Jake Tonkel. And before that, I just want to point out that here, the Twitter and the Facebook icon are for the Green Party of Santa Clara. Click into Jake Tonkel. You can see that what he's done is he's had the logo as his photograph. So this branch of the tree will have his photographs. And here there's a bunch of information, not only his Twitter and Facebook, donate, click on the events page. There's even a contact page. So if you see the contact page, at the top is Jake Tonkel, his Twitter account. You can click into Green Party of Santa Clara, Green Party of California, Green Party of the US, and the editors. So that this application is not only a tree of maps, it's also a directory of the United States Green Party. That's 2 applications it's supporting. And one of the things you want to do is you really want to connect with voters. They don't have much time, but there's this nice little endorse button. So they can endorse Jake Tonkel. They have to log in with their Google identity. And it just takes a moment. And there you see that they can now unendorse him. So, and at this point, there are a lot more menu options. There's a whole bunch of different content that can be added, and there's lots of different options. We'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so let's kind of carry down. We're drilling down further into this tree. Jake Tonkel has a virtual meeting coming up, and he's got 2 different videos. Let's take a look at this videos. So this is a different content type. So far, we've seen parties, we've seen politicians, we've seen events, and now we have YouTube videos. And so what you notice is that there's not much text describing this. This is one of his campaign videos. And so a person can edit this with the WYSIWYG editor. And here's the WYSIWYG editor, and we'll paste in a little bit of lorem ipsum. And once you do that, you can do bold and italic and strike through, and you can increase the header size. So this is a content management system. It's got a very nice, what you see is what you get, text editor. And now we can see all this text is here, but whoops, this is actually a mistake because this is on the production website. So we don't want to leave that demo there. But any good content management system, it's going to have a history view. So here's the history view. We can restore to the previous version, review it, and it's all gone away. Okay, so let's see where we are in this tree. We start off with the Howie Hawkins map server, the United States map, the California map, a Green Party of Santa Clara, Jake Tonkel's virtual meetup, Jake for District 6. We're now 7 levels deep in the tree. A basic principle in human factors is you shouldn't have more than about 7 items in any category. In this case, we have 50 states. So 7 levels deep and another 7 for the 50 states brings us to 5 million different items. But the user's not lost. He knows exactly where he is. People understand hierarchy very well. And the only problem is you got to make sure that all these different users don't step on each other's toes. So there's a very rich security system here. So let's take a look at Jake Tonkel's virtual meetup, going back up the tree. He may be too busy to actually organize this. So what he can do is he can have an editor, and he can assign 1 or 2 people to be the editors to add content to this branch of the tree. You can save it. Won't do that now. And so then he's got a sub branch of the tree that has a different editor. And same thing for Jake Tonkel. When the California party starts the process off, there are a number of different candidates. They can add Jake Tonkel pages or for any candidate, and they can assign those individuals permission over those branches of the tree. Going back up to California. But California's got a bigger problem because they have a lot of candidates under them and they have a lot of parties under them. So what they need is a way to manage all of that complexity. And what they have is this management view. So at first glance, this looks a lot like a file system, but it isn't. It's a hierarchical index into an object-oriented database. So you can tell here we have the Python class, mostly organizations, but further down we have some other different classes. You can click into to view the particular object, or you can just click into and edit the object. These objects are stored on the file system as a B tree, but they're also stored as a list, so you can sort the order of the list. And you can also check some of the items, and then rename, retitle, cut, copy, delete, paste. A very nice interface for managing an object-oriented content management system. Let's take a look at the view. Okay, and let's go up a level. So here we have the national tree again. Now remember, we have all these different types of content that we can add, politicians, organizations, videos, web pages, links. Let's take a look at some examples of that. So here's some shared content, which we're going to see in a minute shared across different websites. Some 4 pillars, 10 key values, and an issues section. The issues section links to a number of different pages. So you can see a banner, that's one of the content types. Let's take a look at the defund the police pages. So lots of links here, defund the police. It makes it kind of a very interesting bunch of content. We can go up a level. My personal passion is climate change. So we have a whole section on, if I can find it, climate change. And we have this big list of climate change links, hundreds of links of climate change. Most of the stuff is censored, you can't find it, but after years of searching, I did find such a list, and we have permission to use it. Okay, so links are very powerful. Let's go back to the main page. So you can imagine there's a huge amount of content here, lots of different contributors, and one of the things we have to do is manage all this process. So we have something called the progress page. Here we can see what the different content has been added, who's added it, when they added it. So it's possible to manage all of this complexity. So we have the map, we have the directory, we've got a content management system, we've got tools for managing it. And let's show you one more thing, which is instant websites. So here we have the Green Party of Alaska. And if you take a look, they really don't have much content, just 2 local parties. So if we view it, there's got a rich content. So here we have no politicians, but here we have, so we do have politicians, the national politicians. We do have their 2 local, the National Alaska Party and their 2 local parties. But in addition to that, we have all this other content, which is all the content we took from the shared pages. So these are basically proxies into the different branch of the object-oriented database. So there you have it, the Green Party map. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can find me on Twitter. Just click on the contact page. Good day.